in this video, let us see what is the span of a given vector. Okay, what would be a span of any given vectors? Now the definition of a span is, let us consider a set of vectors v1, v2, so on, vn. Now if these vectors, okay, is used to form all set of linear combinations, okay, so if the set of all linear combinations of this set v1 comma v2 comma so on vn can be formed, then such set is actually called span. Okay, such set is actually called span. So now what we do is, we will try to see the set of these two vectors 1 3 and 2 5. Let us see the span of these vectors. Okay, to find out the combination of linear combinations of this set 1 3 2 5, we know that we normally write c1 into v1 plus c2 into v2 equals 0 is what the linear combination equations we write. Now here we have c1 into 1 3 plus c2 into 2 and 5. Now the span of these vectors, the span of 1 3 and 2 5 vectors are completely dependent on the value that you choose for c1 and c2. Okay, the span of vectors 1 3 and 2 5 whatever we have is completely dependent on the value of c1 and c2 that we choose. Now for example, let me take c1 to be equal to 2 and c2 to be equal to 3. Okay, now if I substitute this c1 and c2, 2 and 3 here, so what do I get here is 2 into 1 and 3 plus 3 into 2 and 5. So this will give me, this is equal to 2 into 1 is 2 plus 3 into 2 is 6 plus 3 into 2 is 6 plus 3 into 5 is 15. So if I add these two, I'll end up in getting 6 plus 2 is 8, 6 plus 15 is 21. So this 8 and 21 would also be a set, would also be a vector which is spanned due to these two vectors. Okay, or 8 and 21 would be the vector which is spanned between this 1 3 and 2 and 5. Okay, so this is how you find out the set of all linear combinations of this particular vector set 1 3 and 2 5. So 8 and 21, whichever we have found now, would be a set of which has been formed as a linear combination of these two sets 1 3 and 2 and 5. Okay, now what we do is, let us show whether the vector 24 which is shown here belongs to span 1 3 and 2 and 5. Okay, so for this what we do is, c1 is the constant, means which is the scalar element, multiplied by 1 3 plus c2 multiplied by 2 and 5. This should be equal to 20 and 4. That is what we do. This should be equal to 20 and 4. So now what we do here is, we'll try to choose the values of c1 and c2. Okay, so means we'll try to find out the values of c1 and c2 here. So for that, if I write the equation, what will I get here is c1 plus 2 times c2 equals 20, whereas 3 times c1 plus 5 times c2 equals 4. So therefore, in these two equations, if I try to find out what is c1 and c2, is what we need to find out here. I'll just multiply this equation with 3. I'll get 3c1 plus 6c2 equals 60, whereas the second equation is 3c1 plus 5c2 equals 4. So if I subtract this, what will I get here is, so c1 will go off, So I'll end up in getting C2 to be equal to 60 minus 4, which is 56. So I got C2 to be equal to 56. Therefore, C1 would be equal to 20 minus 2 times C2. Therefore, it would be equal to 20 minus 56 into 2. 56 into 2, which would be equal to 20 minus 112, which will be giving you minus 92. So therefore, here by applying C1 and C2 value, C1 value is minus 92 multiplied by 1 and 3 plus C2 is 56 times 2 and 5 should give me 20 and 4, and I hope this will be correct, because minus 92 plus 56 into 2 is 112. This is 276. It is 276 plus 280, minus 276 plus 280, which will be equal to 4. Okay, so I hope this is how we'll see how the values 20 and 4 can span 1, 3 and 2, 5. Set of these three vectors, whatever we have, 1, minus 1, 2, 2, 1, 3, minus 1, 0 and 2. Now the span of S, okay, this is equal to S. Now the span of S equals argument, in the sense, if you find out any combination is been obtained by set of any of these vectors, okay, if any linear combination, any combination of vectors is obtained by the set of any of these vectors, okay, so that particular combination belongs to R power 3, because we have 3 columns here, okay, 3 columns here, therefore we say R cube. Therefore, if you find out any combination of vector is been found by the combination of these vectors, then I would say span of S would be equal to R cube, means that particular combination, which is nothing but a span, that linear combination vector which has been obtained would also be present in R cube. So we need to prove that. We need to find out a condition to say yes, the vectors found, any vector is which has been found because of the combination of these 3 vectors would be present in R cube. So for that, what I should go is, I should again go with an equation here. So we all know that it is C1 V1 plus C2 V2 plus C3 V3, whatever we write. Normally we equate to 0 in our earlier discussions, but here what we do is, we will take C1, multiply with the vector V1, which is 1, minus 1, 2, plus C2 will multiply this with V2, which is 2, 1, 3, and then we'll take C3, which will multiply minus 1, 0 and 2, and then we say which is equal to X, Y and Z. Now why we are writing this X, Y and Z? Now if you are able to take the condition, means if you are able to derive a condition where C1, C2, C3 values are completely dependent on this X, Y and Z, and if you assume the values of X, Y and Z, then you will be able to find out the values of C1, C2, C3, where after that if you apply that C1, C2, C3 value here, then the vector what you get would be XYZ, and that vector what you get would be a vector which is obtained by the combination of these 3 vectors. And if that vector belongs to R power cube, then we can say span of S would be equal to R cube. Means you find out any combination of vector, then that should be obtained by this set of vectors, then I say that span of S would be present in R cube. Okay, so for that what we do is, we'll try to derive this equation and find out the equations of C1, C2, C3 in terms of X, Y and Z. Okay, so the first equation is C1, so this is C1 into 1 is C1 plus 2 into C2 minus C3 equals X. Second equation is minus C1 plus C2 minus C3 equals Y. third equation is 2c1 plus 3c2 plus 2c3 equals z. So this is what the three equations that we have got. Now keeping these three equations, now we need to see that we will try to substitute the equations. We try to perform some more operations where we can see that c1, c2 and c3 are completely dependent on x, y, z terms. Okay, so let us see that how to do that. So here I have c1 to be equal to x plus c3 minus 2 times c2. Okay, I have c1 to be equal to x plus c3 minus 2 times c2. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll substitute this c1 in this equation. So I get c2 minus c3 would be equal to c2 minus c3 would be equal to y plus c1, which is equal to y plus x plus c3 minus 2 times c2. Because c1 is x plus c3 minus 2 c2, I have substituted that for c1 here. Now what do I get here is, so c2, so if I take c2 and c3 to the left hand side, what I get here is c2 plus 2 times c2 minus c3 and minus c3, this c3, so which is again c2 plus 2 times c2 minus c3 equals x plus y. Therefore I get 3 times c2 minus 2 times c3 equals x plus y. Okay, so I'll just take this as equation 1, 2 and this is equation 3, and I got c1 equals this, which is equation 4. I'll say here substitute 4 in equation 2. So substitute 4 in equation 2, I'll be getting this. So this is what I got finally. So 3c2 minus 2c3 equals x plus y. I'll take this as fifth equation. Or I would say 3c2 equals x plus y plus 2 times c3. Okay, so this is what I get. Now the third equation I'll see 2c1 plus 3c2. So I'll just substitute that here. So 2c1 plus 3 times c2. So plus 3 times c2 is what? X plus y plus 2 times c3. So what I am doing this, I take this is sixth equation and substitute 6 in 3. So substitute 6 in 3. So we get this 2c1 plus x plus y plus 2c3 plus 2c3 plus 2c3 equals z. So here what do I get here is I get 2c1 plus 2 plus 2 4c3 equals z minus x minus y. Okay, fine. So this is what we got. Therefore 2c1 equals z minus x minus y minus 4 times c3. Okay, so I can say here c2 would be equal to 1 over 3 times x plus y plus 2 times C3, whereas C1 would be equal to, whereas C1 will be equal to 1 over 2 times z minus x minus y minus 4 times C3. So I got C1 and C2 this way. Now what I'll do is I'll take again any one of this equation and I'll substitute C1 and C2 to find out C3. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll take C1, this equation 2, so I'll take equation 2. So in equation 2, minus of C1, so minus of C1, so which is minus 1 over 2 into z minus x minus y minus 4 times C3. Okay, minus C1. Then if you see equation 2, plus C2 minus C3, so it is plus C2, so plus 1 over 3 times x plus y plus 2 times C3. Okay, then minus C3 equals y, minus C3 equals y. So this is equation 2. So what we do, substituting C1 and C2 in equation 2. So further, so I'll get minus z by 2 minus of minus plus x by 2 plus y by 2 plus 2 2s are 4, so 2C3 plus x by 3 plus y by 3 plus 2 by 3 C3 minus C3 equals y. So therefore, okay, so C3 into 2, so C3 into 2 plus 2 by 3 C3 minus 1 is what C3. Then here minus z by 2 is one thing, plus x into 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3 plus y into 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3. So I think C3 is over z minus z by 2, x by 2, y by 2, x by 3, y by 3. So all over equals y. Okay, let us solve further. So it is 2 minus, sorry, I think here I should write 2 by 3, not 2. So here 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 plus 2 by 3 is 5 by 3. So 5 by 3 times C3 minus z by 2 plus 3 into 2 is 6. So 6 and 5 by 6x plus 5 by 6y equals y. Therefore, 5 by 3 times C3 equals y plus minus 5 by 6y minus 5 by 6x plus z by 2. So y minus 5 by 6y is 1 by 6y. So y by 6 minus 5 by 6 plus z by 2. Now I'll take LCM here. What will I get? So I'll say 5 by 3 C3 equals, I'll take 6 as LCM. So 3y and minus 15x plus 3z. Oh, sorry, 6 is LCM. So it is y minus 5x. So y minus 5x plus 3z. So here 3 2s are 6. Therefore finally C3 equals 1 over 10 into 5 minus, okay, Okay, finally C3 equals, so 3 2s are 6, 6 gets cancelled, therefore finally C3 equals 1 over 10 into y minus 5x plus 3z. So therefore here if you see, C3 is completely based on x, y and z. So find out C3 here, and after finding out C3, you have two equations where C2 and C1 in terms of x, y, z and C3. Okay, after finding out C3, you can substitute C3, x, y and z here to find out C1 and C2. So these three set of equations will allow you to find out C1, C2, C3, which will get you a combination of vectors which can be a span of S which comes under R3, R to the power of 3. Okay, so x, y, z, think if it is a set of any three real numbers. Now if x, y, z are a set of three real numbers, then definitely with those three equations of C1, C2, C3, if you substitute C1 and C2, C3 here, if you substitute C1, C2, C3 here, you will be able to get a set of vector here where that would also be a real number, which would be a combination that you got because of the combination of these three vectors. Therefore, that will, once you get that real number, then definitely span of S will lie in R power 3. Okay, so this is how you find out the vector that would span the set of vectors. Okay, so that is what span is all about. I hope you got it, what is span of S with this particular problem, and this is how you find out the span of any given set of vectors.